Okay. Well, welcome to the December 2020 Lone Star Dowsers meeting. I'm Mary Lindsay Wilson, and I'm very excited to have you all here. And I'd like to welcome our amazing speaker tonight, Louise Swartswalter, Dr. Louise Swartswalter. And we were figuring out that we've known each other maybe 16 years. I first met her when she came to Houston, and she taught a Hannah Kroger, either like level 1 or level 2 class. So it was, about natural health. So we go back away, and I know she's continued to evolve, and she has an absolutely remarkable story that I hope she shares a little bit. But let me tell you a little bit about her amazing, just who Louise is. So she's been helping people to transform lives. She does individual work, she works with groups. She takes a really unique multidimensional approach. She is a naturopath. She does biofeedback. She does trauma release work. She does NLP. She mixes in some life coach and energy work. She also is the owner and founder of the Brain Soul Success Academy and the creator of the Brain System. So, this is a 5-step transformational program that helps people worldwide. She likes to teach professionals, entrepreneurs, coaches, how to clear, and regular people like all of us, how to clear the energetic blocks to remain balanced and focused and retrain their mind to make a bigger impact. And she's got amazing tools. I don't know. She's been on television. She's been on radio. She's got her own line of natural health products. She has been a dowser and uses kinesiology. I think in her practice probably every day. Anyway, I'm sure there's some things I've left out, but Dr. Louise Swartswalter is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So, welcome, Louise.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Mary, for having me. Thank you all. I'm just really honored to be with like-minded, amazing people tonight. I'm a dowser too, and this is just such a gift to share this time with all of you.
Yeah, it really is. So, do you want to share a little bit about your process and how
Yeah.
you arrived here? Because not everybody knows your story, and it's a very compelling story. Louise has been through a few experiences.
Yes, yes. So again, I'm really grateful to have you all here tonight. I like to get to know people. So, I'll share a little bit about myself. And because I'm a old-fashioned school teacher person, so my first career was special education. I actually taught my friend Susie how to do some things when she was 6 and I was 7. So I started teaching when I was 6 years, 7 years old. Uh, she skipped a grade, so I must have been a good teacher back then. so so now I work with people in the whole world of natural health, and I'll share more of my story and how I got here. What I would love to know is a little bit about all of you. So, was there just jumping on here? If you would, I would love to hear where you're from. Are you all from Texas or were you from somewhere else? If you're
We
used
have
to using
somebody in the chat. It says, "Hi, Louise. This is Carol in Beaumont."
Carolyn Beaumont, awesome. And Eddie says hi. Welcome, Eddie. And you know what I'm going to encourage you all to do. And you might be in your pajamas, and this may not be the right fit for you. But if you can, and you can share your video, so we can get to know each other. I like to pretend we're in a real room, like we're meeting at a hotel room, you know, or we're all having dinner together. So I would love to have that intimacy. And so, like, if you feel like you can turn your video on, I'd love to meet you. And we're going to go around the room really quickly and just have you introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and I would love to hear your intention for tonight. So I'll set you up for this first. Okay. So I believe that everything happens with intention. And the promise tonight is clearing fear and keeping our faith. because we're living in a really crazy time on this planet right now. And there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of grief. And it's hard. It's hard for even the light workers like all of you to stay up, right? To stay balanced. And so it's like, all right, what are those tools that I can teach you to help you do that? And then, of course, as dowsers, you can clue into the energy too and use your tools to stay in a positive place. But we are experiencing just a lot of turmoil. And so it feels really like perfect that we're getting to do this right now together. So when we do some energy work here a little bit later, we're going to be holding intention for what you want to have change or be different. So I want you to think about that for a minute. And it could be super simple, just a sentence.
Okay, I see a couple things in the chat.
Okay.
Jean is from College Station. Kathy Kinney is in Round Rock, and she does not have a camera or mic hooked up. And
Okay.
there's another gal that does not have a camera on her
A camera.
computer.
Okay, so we won't have everybody be able to share, but the people who can, they can either type in the chat. So either type your name and where you're from and your intention in the chat, or if you can and you have a microphone and we can see you, I'll ask you to share. Okay. Um, and I know that I'll start with, Mary, let's start with you.
Okay.
Everyone knows you. We know you. Okay. Are you originally from Texas? Where are you from?
I am a native Houstonian.
Okay.
So, and I am here in Houston tonight. So yes.
Okay. And what's your intention? What do you want to have change be different?
Yeah, I would like to clear the fear and really enhance my faith. I think that's a pretty good thing. And I would like that really in all areas,
Okay.
of the, with prosperity, with, I'm not really too much in fear about health, but, health, prosperity, we can just kind of go down the list. Yeah, those are probably the area. So I'd like to clear the fear, and really enhance the faith and my experience of unshakable faith. To me, faith is like a knowing. It's just a knowing that things will work out, right?
Okay. Awesome. So we want to get you more to that unshakable faith. Great.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Mary. Okay. And I don't know if our Zoom user is there. I'm just kind of doing like the Jeopardy.
She did not. You know what?
Well, like,
I can call on people and unmute them. How about that?
okay.
Sonia, would you like to,
You want to unmute Sonia and share your name, where you're from, and your intention.
Hi, I'm Sonia. I'm from Stacy, Minnesota. My intention is to clear the fear and the heaviness, the depression that's trying to just suppress people, including myself. My intention is also to increase energy and focus and just grasping a hold of faith no matter what's going on in or around me.
Awesome. Okay. No matter what's going on in or around you. Great. Great.
Okay.
Thank you, Sonia.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, our next person, Zoom user, I think that's Kathy, who doesn't have access. Our next person is Robbie. Robbie, you want to unmute yourself? And I'm going to go back. Hang on, Robbie. Kathy from Baytown. She is a native in Baytown, Texas. And she would like to clear fears about getting older and prosperity. She's 61 and beginning to have some limits physically.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Prosperity and help with those limited
And
limits.
yeah, clearing the physical limits. Okay,
Okay.
now, all right, Robbie, I'll let you unmute yourself. Robbie, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
No? Okay.
We can't hear you, Robbie.
Can you hear us?
Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us, Robbie. Can you hear me?
No. Okay.
Okay. Can everyone else hear us? Okay, I'm seeing heads
Yeah.
nodding. Okay, well, Robbie, I'm not sure what to say. If you want to type in the chat, I wonder, I thought I unmuted him.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Yes. Hi, Leslie. Yes.
Hi. So just, I don't
Leslie, you are cutting out. You kind of
know
froze.
if it's
Hmm.
just
Leslie, you're cutting out. So I'm not sure.
me,
We don't have a good connection.
but I keep getting
Oh.
this,
Okay.
Leslie, you're cutting in and out. You know what? If you want to post in the chat,
Yeah.
we might be using more of the chat tonight, it looks like.
So
Post in the chat your name, where you're from, and what your intention is.
yeah, that might be good. Okay.
We did get one from Carol, the
bad
user.
connection, and then everybody kind of fades out. So I don't know if other people.
Leslie, I think it's just you. You might need to put it may be your connection because everything else is pretty steady. So you may
It is
you
your,
don't
it
mind.
could be your connection. So what you could do is you could turn off your video and see if that helps your connection so that you're not cutting in and out. Even though I love seeing you, sometimes it does help with bandwidth when we're
Yeah.
on Zoom.
Yeah, and if you want to post in the chat, I'm happy to read it. Okay, let's see. Clearing, here's one. Clearing out fear and any blockages that may have produced and created a space of, and she would like to create a space of deep love and connection with adventure, fun, and joy. Oh, that's Carol.
Okay.
Um,
Love and connection.
okay,
Okay.
let's see.
Love
Dr. Fa, I think I hope I'm saying that right, from Dallas, and his intention is to improve his dowsing accuracy.
Okay.
Excellent. Susan, I can unmute you if you'd like, or you can unmute yourself. And would you like to share your Susan? You know Susan. Susan.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to tell us what your intention for tonight is?
I'm going to make you say my last name.
Let's see. Swatoviak.
Close
Did I-
enough.
Okay.
Swatoviak. Let's see. My intention for this evening, or well, in general, I believe it's to become more of my divine self, and to have a closer connection to my Father.
Okay. More divine self. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Next, we're going to go. Here is Jenny Halliday. She learned long ago, the stuff that I worry about never happens. The stuff I forgot to worry about does at times. So she wants to release the fear of the destruction of the earth.
Sure. Awesome.
That's a
Awesome.
lot to carry around.
Yeah, well, you know, that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, let's just release that. Thanks so much.
Right.
Yes, thank you, Jenny. No, very well said. Yeah, we've got to clear this fear.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. And then we have Jean. Jean, you want to unmute yourself? Let's try that. Okay, there
I
we
was
go.
clicking on the wrong
Hi,
button.
Jean.
Hi. I've been listening to everybody's things that they want to clear, and I'm like, yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Uh-huh.
A lot of that because basically it started with clearing unknown blocks, but then there were so many other things coming in. It's like, yeah, I agree. So that's
So
when
what
you.
is yours? What would you say is your biggest one? What would you like to change?
I said
or be
unknown
different?
blocks.
Unknown block.
Unknown blocks? Okay.
Mhm.
I like that.
Oh, I like that.
Me
Okay.
too.
We want to find those unknown blocks tonight then. Okay, cool.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay.
Good with that.
Good
Okay.
deal.
Yeah. Well, I think when you clear for one, it's going to clear for everybody, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll be surprised when you do a big group like this. Sometimes it's actually more powerful
Yeah.
than a
Yeah.
one-on-one session.
Okay.
think I agree.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. Susan Plum, you want to unmute yourself and tell us what your intention is? You're going to have to hit your unmute button. There you go.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Well,
Susan.
I'm very glad to meet you. This is really exciting. I love the work you do with the brain. I'm very curious about that. And I have, it's like an unknown territory, you know, it feels like a whole other planet that is embodied in my body that you never have any contact with, except that you know that it's functioning somehow because you are, right? So
Right.
that's interesting to me, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm with you, Jane. And who else was talking about the world in general, the planet? I really feel that's something that we could all really do together and have a wonderful. That would be a wonderful something that I would be very anxious to, or not anxious, but I would love to see happen. You know, some clearing there. Yeah. And just for me personally, I think it's just a basic thing of kind of believing in myself. Yeah.
Okay.
On a very deep level, rather than sometimes feeling really good about myself and sometimes feeling really bad about myself. You know, you can go beyond below that level. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
Belief in yourself. That's great.
that's
Yeah.
really great. And you're
Thank
right.
you.
There's levels of that. Yes.
I'm originally from Mexico City, so I have a dual cultural background. So I find myself very I never feel home. I feel
Oh,
not home.
Citizen of the world.
okay.
I feel a citizen of the world. Yeah. Thank goodness
So
that
connected.
has become possible. But yeah.
So
So-
where are you located, Susan?
I'm a Houston.
Oh, you're in Houston.
I'm a
okay.
member. Yeah, Houston.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. All right. Thanks. If
Great.
you'll mute yourself back,
Thank
that's
you.
fantastic.
Wow. Thank you so much, Susan. I'm excited to work on that.
And if
Yeah.
you unmuted yourself, if you'll go ahead and mute yourself, yeah, just to keep it clear.
Right.
Robbie, did you have, it looks like you're unmuted now. Did we lose you? Okay. Oh, well. Okay, Jan, you want to unmute yourself and
Here we go. So the question is, what do we want to clear tonight? Is
Yeah.
that
What
it?
do you want to have change or be different?
Okay, I have a number of health challenges.
Okay.
So any personal blocks I have against regaining my health 100%. Plus, I have judgments about how older people are and their health conditions and perhaps weaknesses and deficiencies, because I've never been this old before.
Okay.
And I want to clear all of those prejudgments on what older people are like, and not 100, anything that's not 100% healthy and vibrant and strong.
Oh, beautifully said. Okay.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. I love it. Okay, keep holding that intention as we do that. Thank you, Jan.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. Leslie, did we do you yet? I think you were having a trouble
Yeah.
with the, will you type in on the chat, Leslie? And I want to make sure that we get your intention. Okay, Carol Dickman, you want to unmute yourself?
There we go.
Great. What is your intention tonight?
Oh, my intention is to be able to control my eating patterns to healthier lifestyle, so I can be healthy and vibrant, like a person just said.
Okay, awesome.
These are so good.
These are really good. I'm
Healthy
writing
and
it down.
vibrant.
They're
Thank
so
you.
good.
Yes. Okay, excellent. All right, I think we already got Dr. Fa. I don't know if Margaret, her camera's not working, but Margaret, if you can unmute yourself and you want to share your intention, otherwise you can just type it in the chat if that's possible. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear
Oh,
you.
yes, we
Great.
can hear you. Yes, thank you,
Okay.
Margaret.
Margaret.
I need to let go of clutter, physical and mental clutter. I'm not like on hoarders, but I feel like certainly an accumulation of things in my life and in my house right now has really stifled my energy.
Okay,
But
excellent.
I'm not ready. I need to let go.
Okay. Well, let's say let go with ease.
Let go with ease. Yes.
Yeah.
Let go
That
with
would be
ease.
perfect.
Beautiful. Thank you, Margaret.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank
if you want to
Yes. Keep holding that
mute
intention.
yourself. Perfect. Teresa G, can you unmute yourself?
Hi there. So I just got on. Hi. And I'm not
Great.
really sure what's going on, but I'm driving. So
we want to know what your intention is. If there's something that you would like to clear and release, is that correct, Louise?
Yeah, something you want to change or be different.
Yeah, something you want to change or be different, let us know. And we're going to, Louise is going to show us some magical tools that she has. So very powerful process.
So what I'm finding is I need to work on compassion and being less judgmental about people that I get frustrated with.
Okay.
And so that I could use some help with.
So
Okay.
releasing judgment and increasing compassion.
Increasing compassion. Okay.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. If you
Great.
mute yourself.
Thank you. Awesome,
again.
Teresa. Keep holding that intention.
Okay. And Leslie is from Pennsylvania, but she currently lives here in Houston. And her intention is to relieve this crazy anxiety that she has developed since the pandemic.
Okay. Okay.
And Kathy Kinney says, I think we did her, but I'm not sure, wants to let go with grace and ease of all that no longer serves her.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Kathy, is it Gig Out? You want to unmute yourself and let us know what you'd like to create change around? Okay, she
said you
said she
already
already
did.
did her. Okay, sorry about that. All
Okay.
right, Catherine Ashmead. Now, Catherine is one of our founding members and been program director. She's been involved in this group with more years than any of us can remember. So, Catherine, if you want to unmute yourself and if you would like to share what you would like to create change around, we would love to hear that. And if you don't want to unmute yourself, you can type in the chat and we'll get you. So we may have to come back to Catherine. Deandra, what is your intention? What would you, Catherine said she lost the stream. So I think she's gonna dial back
She's
in.
there. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Am I?
I
Oh,
think
Deandra.
here.
Deandra,
are you back? Can you hear us and can we hear you? Let's try.
Deandra, I see you. Did you unmute yourself? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Great.
Oh,
Yes. So
Okay.
tell us your.
Okay, so my intention is to optimize my metabolic process and weigh my ideal weight.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a great one.
Metabolic process. Great. Okay. My ideal weight. And that's Deandra. Okay. Deandra. Great. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Do we have anybody else, Mary? I don't know if the person on the phone can unmute and
and I
share
just.
with us.
Catherine just posted her in the chat. She posted her
Oh, perfect.
intention.
Catherine's intention is to balance her hormones and facilitate her ideal weight.
Another weight one. Okay.
Okay, excellent.
Great.
Yeah, that was good. Didn't even think of that, but yes, please. And Jean wants to hear Louise's story, so we'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay, I think we've gotten everybody. If we haven't, please just type in the chat, and I apologize. I'm trying to get to everybody, and I can't quite because y'all move around a little bit. So anyway, but I think we've got
it. And if we didn't, please post it in the chat. So,
Yeah.
you know, the question is your name, where you're from, and what you want to have change or be different. Because as we go through the process, after I kind of go through a story here a little bit, I am going to share a PowerPoint. We're going to do some clearing. So we're going to be doing some work together. I want to teach you a process to balance the brain, but to balance the brain in the field. So it's energy work in the field. And I also want to do a clearing, and the clearing works at a really deep level. It's a brain soul level. And I do dowsing for it, although I muscle test. I don't do a pendulum. It's faster for me to use my finger to use kinesiology. So kinesiology is very similar to dowsing. I could get the same answers with a pendulum. It's just faster for me.
Well, and sometimes people call that deviceless dowsing, right?
Oh,
so if you can't whip out your pendulum, then, you know, you can, some people do the ring or the finger. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's lots of ways to do that. So I do that, and you'll see that I do that pretty fast as we're clearing some energy today. So my promise to all of you, as I was telling Mary when we started, I can't leave the group the same way that we started. So my goal is, with your intentions, that you shift. Okay? And so what you can do is kind of like make a mental note, or maybe even just post it in the chat. I often start with this. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate your physical body. 10 is the best, you know, and 1 is 2 is I have a lot of pain. Actually, let's do it backwards. I'm sorry. Let's do it this way. 10 is you're feeling really good. 5, you might have a little bit of pain. Okay, so do you guys kind of get that? So 10 is you're feeling really good. Maybe you're a 9, maybe you're an 8, maybe you got a lot of physical body pain, maybe you're a 2.
So you
And
want
just
everybody to kind of check in where they are on
check
their,
in where you're at.
so it
And then
could be
do that.
physical or emotional pain,
You
right?
want to do
Just,
emotional too. So do your physical body, rate that from 1 to 10.
okay.
And then do your emotional body and rate that from 1 to 10.
Okay. Let's see. We've got some things in the chat. There's like a, Kathy
and
says
6.
5. Dr. Foss says 3. Yeah, we've got a
3,
5, 6 from
5.
Sonia.
I want that
Let's
to be
see.
different by the time
Let's
we're done.
say,
So a 5 and a 4. The emotional is the 4 for Dr. Fa.
yeah, I'm gonna say I would give 7, 6.
Emotional body is a 9. 3, lots of pain for Deandra. Okay.
We've got an 8.
An 8.
And then a
Okay,
7, 8.
7, 8. A 6 and a 7 for Jean, and 8. Or 6 and 7 for Margaret, 8 for Jean. Jan, emotional 7, physical 5. Great. Awesome. So we want to get like a read before and then of course a read after. Catherine says a 9 and a 4.
We got to bump up these physical numbers for sure.
Yeah, I'm going, wow, I hope the frequency is going to work on that, as well as what I can show you that pain starts in the field. So a lot of stuff starts in the energy field. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started. So I'm an old-fashioned special ed teacher, so I use visuals. So I know visuals will help all of you as well. Let's see. Is this it?
Yes.
Yes, this is it. Okay. So this is for you guys, the Lone Star Dowsers. And today we're going to be doing Clear the Fear and Keeping the Faith. So I love to gather people on this topic and clear that fear at the brain soul level. It's so important right now. Years ago, I pulled up the tagline, Powerful Positive Healing for Life. I did the numerology on it. I know you can't see the whole thing because of our boxes here, but it equals a 22 in numbers in numerology. And 22 is a Christ consciousness number. It's a very powerful number, and it's always served me well. So my company name is Brain Soul Success. And so I started that only about 5 years ago. My center, I started 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, I opened Albuquerque Natural Health Center, worked as a naturopath and a biofeedback therapist. And I started to see that just doing the physical body work wasn't enough, that we really needed to do the emotional as well. And during this time on the planet, these were my questions. How can I help people more right now? What can I do? How many groups can we get together where we can start clearing more of this fear? So I thought, all right, I'm a naturopath. I can do that. I've got frequency medicine. I can do that. I'm also really good at clearing those brain soul blocks. And we've got ancestral patterns that are in the way. And I have a whole coronavirus protocol that people reach out to me to use on my biofeedback devices. So my focus was, how can I help more people? Always. And so that was my sort of brain dump on what I could do to help. So I'm really grateful to be here with you. We did a skit actually at our event a couple years ago. And you know what? Now it's kind of a joke. We take people from the dark to the light. I became Yoda and Yoda kind of stuck. Matt was working with me. He was definitely this very Zen guy like Luke Skywalker. He was amazing. And Anji wanted to be the dark side. She was my social media manager at the time. So, so we still, now we call ourselves the Jedis. I was recognized in the magazine, Albuquerque magazine, in the top doc section this year. It's one of the first years they did an integrative section. So they were honoring natural doctors as well as medical doctors. So that was really fun.
That's pretty progressive.
I know. Well, we are progressive in Albuquerque, I would say. Yeah, you know, I'm grateful for our community here. My buddy Greg Braden, how many people know Greg Braden? or read his books.
Yes.
He's written like 15 books. He's a New York Times bestseller. And his newest book, I was so curious about. So I reached out to him and asked if I could interview him for my podcast. And he said yes. I was so honored. But here's his new book, and it's a great book, you guys. It's called The Wisdom Codes. And I thought it was going to be numbers, because what you're going to see me do today is some codes with circles and numbers. And his codes in his book were prayers and mantras. So they were words that he used to rewire the brain, the ancient words. So he shared with me that the Navajo prayer, the beauty prayer, he's been saying for 30 years every day. So I just want to impress upon all of you the power of the spoken word and the power of words. So, and you can go to my podcast and listen to this interview. Actually, it's the Brain Soul Success Show on iTunes. So, if you're struggling with any of these things here, right? If you're struggling with fear, anxiety, worry, depressed, anger, you're not sleeping well at night, and all those amazing intentions that you just shared with me, we want to clear that today. So it's time to stop that struggle, so I'll show you all that I can in the time we have today, and then I'll show you how you can get more. So, our intention today, and that's why I had you all share your intentions, because I know that when you have personal intentions and we start doing some work, it's going to work more personally for you. But at the very biggest level for the whole room, in a sense, we're clearing fear. We're clearing that anxiety. We're clearing those patterns that you don't want anymore and putting in the faith. So we're going to do that. We'll learn some tools to help with stress. And then I want to give you a gift at the end. So be sure you stay till the end. I always show this. The goal is to stay in faith, but fear and faith are opposite, and worry and trust are opposite. So we can't be in both places at the same time. You're either over here in fear or you're over here in faith. So even maybe the monks, the priests, the shamans, they're going to go to fear. The difference is they don't stay there as long. They get back to faith more quickly. So we're going to do some quick de-stressing tips. So here's just some tips. According, so think about this. A healthy lifestyle is definitely going to help you not have as much stress right now. So that's eating right, taking your supplements, exercising. Some ways to de-stress during this time of COVID is to walk in nature, get involved in some sports that you can do, meditation, certainly love more, read a great book, watch a movie, and laugh. Laughter actually boosts the immune system. So when I was very sick, we actually rented, this is in the time of renting movies. They didn't have Netflix back then. We watched a Steve Martin movie every Saturday night. That was our laughter for the weekend. And then, of course, as best as you can, staying in that faithful place. So here's what actually happened. I discovered that it wasn't just working with the physical body that was going to change things. We really had to do a 5-step process. And so the brain system was born. And its body, so it's working with 5 parts. And the body piece is detoxing your body, eating right, lifestyle stuff, taking your supplements, and rewiring your brain for that success. The releasing part is releasing the mental chatter and the emotional baggage. And that's what we're going to do a lot today. Okay. Aligning with spirit happens throughout the process, because always there's a spiritual component to all healing and all health. We're physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual beings. Integrate is integrating your frequencies, your new brain frequencies to your soul's true purpose. And new program is putting in a new program, which is some energy work in the energy field that actually locks this all in. So what often happens is we'll do some good releasing work, but we don't put in the new program of how you want to show up. And that's the power of actually even just holding intention. So these 5 steps came to be from my own path.
It is. I'm going to pause for 1 second and just say, in dowsing, kind of, that's a big thing. Anybody that's studied with Raymond Grace, who's a master dowser, knows that when you are clearing something, you always want to put something in its place. So
Awesome.
yeah, that's very much in alignment with your system.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and that makes sense to me. But you know what I know is not everybody, well, maybe dowsers do, but some healers or energy work don't always do that. You know, pranic healing was pulling things out. I mean, there was different kinds of healing work that I've done over the years where it didn't always feel complete to me, and it wasn't. So when you do the complete system, this is what's possible in 90 minutes. This was McKenna. She came to our event a couple years ago when we could, you know, meet in person, right? And I had a room of about 70 people, I think. And we cleared, using the brain system, a lot of abuse from the past for her. And this was her before and after picture. And it sticks. She still looks like that. Right after this, she took a trip to Mexico. She gave herself like the gift of loving herself. Finally. It was so amazingly cool to see. This was Amy before and after an integration. So you can see the tightness in her face on the left, and then how much lighter she is on the right. So it's like it takes the stress away. I call it getting you back to being 100% your soul's truth, getting you back to you. This was Alexis. Now, Alexis, oh my gosh, I got to share with you her story. Alexis, this is her before a miracle integration. And this is her 90 minutes later after. This is her a year after using the brain system, practicing the tools and using them and doing lots of clearings.
It's remarkable.
Amazing. Yeah, and wait till you see the, wait a minute, what happened to my, it won't. Sorry, it went backwards instead of forwards. This was Alexis on stage last year in Carlsbad. So this was our Carlsbad retreat, Carlsbad, California. And this is Alexis now. Guess how old Alexis is? She's 80. She had her 80th birthday this year. The other thing that came from all this work is she now started a business. So she is working with, using breath work and energy work and the brain system with a lot of clients in Australia. She's from Australia. So her whole life changed. It gave her purpose. It gave her a career that she wasn't even intending on having. She's retired. So what a great thing, right?
Clearly, she found something she's incredibly passionate about.
Oh, it was just so awesome to watch. So if you have a cell phone near you, just for fun, take a selfie, just like I showed you those before and after pictures, so we could see the change for you today. I might do the same. Let's see. Okay. All right. Great. Good job, everyone. So we want to make a brain soul leap. So your brain and your soul hold the patterns of the memory of the current and the past fear, anxiety, mistakes, betrayal. It's the wounds of the spirit and the heart that are held in those parts of the brain. So that's why we want to do a brain soul clearing today. So just think about all those amazing emotions and words that are trapped there in little places and little crevices of your brain, your body, and your energy field. This is really cool. This is actually what happens, a little sort of more of the science, I guess, behind this, is there's a neurotransmitter connection to all of this. So this picture at the top of the screen, this is an axon and a dendrite. Those are nerve endings. Between those nerve endings is a space. That space is called a synapse. And so the neurotransmitters have to leap. They have to go across this space. Those little red beads are serotonin. Now, think about how many people are on depression medication today. And the depression medication like Prozac and all of the generic brands related to it are serotonin uptakers. That means they help the serotonin leap across this little synapse. So what happens is I've helped people get off of those medications because when we clear your soul body, the spaces are your soul body. This space is your soul. It's spiritual. Your brain is spiritual and physical, both. So the masters in China teach us that we heal in the spaces. And so when we clear that space out of all the gunk that doesn't belong there, the serotonin can jump that space more smoothly and it operates perfectly again. So that's how your brain is both a spiritual organ and a physical organ. So we actually can change your DNA. So DNA is not a fixed code, but a variable code. And scientists found that DNA actually just emits light. It's like a lighthouse. It's a photon light. So if DNA is like a lighthouse, it's always broadcasting what we feel. So your DNA is vibration. So everything is vibration. So when we raise your vibration and raise your frequency, and you're emitting that light, you won't feel as fearful, anxious, depressed, or any of those sort of negative emotions. So that's a part of it. That's certainly a part of it. One of my biofeedback programs actually works on the DNA this way. So this is just a before and after picture. So the DNA, these little bars are, each one of these is like a genetic code. Okay, so these are like your genes. And what happens is when we rebalance the DNA and we're changing that, those bars will get higher and longer. The higher and longer they are, the tighter the helix of the DNA cord. And also what happens is when it tightens up like that, you don't allow other people's stuff in your energy field as much. You have a stronger boundary system. You're not as sensitive, and yet the beauty of your sensitivity, so the beauty of my sensitivity, and I'm super sensitive, I'm a super empath, I'm a little bit psychic, if you will. I didn't know this way back when, and I crashed. So I'll show you a picture here in a minute. And so this helps tighten that DNA helix, and the longer the tips of your DNA get, the longer you'll live. So it's actually anti-aging medicine, if you will. So I always use these programs in the background when I'm doing the brain system with people. This was just a demonstration that pain starts in the field, in your energy field. So if you do have physical body pain right now, okay, and you were going to put your hand, like let's say you said you had shoulder pain. Oops. And let's say you had shoulder pain. And so we put your hand here and I muscle tested you. And I said, the pain is here. And then I put my hand away from your body out here. And I said, the pain is here. You would be strong, indicating a yes. The pain starts in the energy field.
So we could dowse for that, and I guess dowse and see how far out the pain is from the physical body.
Awesome. You could do that too, because you'll be surprised, Mary, right? Sometimes the pain is 3 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet out from the physical body. So you could slap, Bengay, Trameal, essential oils on that pain, and it might help a little bit and it might smell good, but it isn't going to take it all the way away. So we have to work on the pain in the field. And so I always say we have to have the right tools and the right mentor. And I had some great mentors. So Lisa Sasevich was one of my mentors. And then I'm encouraging you to stay to the end because I like to give special surprises. When I taught special ed kids, I gave surprises on Friday. It's never stopped. I keep doing it. So this is what we did in the beginning. I wanted you to get really, clear on your goal or intention, what you wanted to have, whether you want better health, all your amazing intentions you shared here, optimizing metabolism, right? Reducing the anxiety, get real present to what makes you happy. Do you think that little kid in the corner is going to be happy? Look at him. He's going to be fine. So what makes me happy is being with my family. My kids are great. My husband, Bruce, on the left, my son, Andy, behind here, my daughter, Becky, and her husband, Justin. So when we get together, we have a blast. I just love hanging with my kiddos. The other thing that makes me happy is being with all of you. So having events, having retreats. This was our retreat in Carlsbad last year. We were on the beach. The hotel was right across from this beach. We flew kites on the beach. It was absolutely amazing. The transformation in that room was stellar. I also love learning, connecting, teaching, speaking. So I've seen Brendan Burchard and JJ Virgin and Tim Ryan and Mark Hyman. And so I love teaching. This was Anne after we did an integration last year. Anne's a nurse in Florida, and she is doing such a stellar job taking care of our COVID patients. Oh my gosh, we need to just honor her. So this was our group. This was our retreat in Carlsbad last year. And we were literally right on the beach. Like, I want to go tomorrow again. It was awesome. And what we've got coming up is our event that's in March. And in March, it's the Brain Soul Success Boot Camp, where I teach some of these tools so that you can use them yourselves. That also was in Carlsbad. That was the group that flew their kites on the beach. Of course, this is how we're doing meetings now. That's not even a great picture. We're going to do something called Mind Gems here. And this is Area Learning Mind Gems. So this is her mom, Areli, and Areli's before and after picture is here. So she came in and would say, I was always so gray and now I feel sunshiny yellow. Her daughter is 4 and she's teaching her daughter these tools that we're going to dive into here to help her with stress. And this little girl will actually come up to her mom and her aunt and say, can you release my trapped emotions? She already knows.
Wow, that's amazing.
When she's feeling them and what they're doing, how that's happening in her body. It's amazing. This is actually Jackie, and Jackie is a policewoman in Chicago, and she was working a lot of overtime during COVID and during the protests there. And so I was sending her a lot of frequency, and she too taught her kids and worked a lot with her kids. One is in college and the other one is 11. Her gymnast is an 11-year-old. How to use some of these tools. Amazing woman. This was Joseph. Joseph actually came to me with a traumatic brain injury. And he couldn't even be around computers. He's a marketing guy and he was losing his business. And so we cleared the blocks in the brain and the soul. And within a few months, he had his business back. And he was also in some group programs with me. And I remember he said to me, he said, I made more money in 6 weeks than I did all last year after you got your brain fixed, after you worked on my brain. So that's what's possible. How did this all come to be? It took 25 years. And now we can clear stuff in 5 minutes. The results are faster. What I know is there's no other healing system that includes all the levels at the same time and is this fast. Because your brain is magnificent. So that's how it came to be, the brain system. So here's me, okay? So that's how I started all this. Okay? I had to heal myself. So I was on oxygen for 3 years. I had no front teeth. I had chronic fatigue after Andy was born. Becky, my oldest, took care of me when she was younger. And I was seeking. I was in a lot of pain. I was depressed. I had panic attacks. I know that doesn't even look like me, but it did take 16 years. And my quest was, how can I help people faster? I was like, it shouldn't take someone that long. And I did, if you've had a health issue, I did everything we do. We go to the chiropractor, we do the acupuncture, we do this, we do the, and I figured out that, you know what, that didn't work. It took too long. And that's how I put the system together. So if we could do it simultaneously, we could help change people faster. So that's how I created the system. And really, without going through this is just my background and my, my credentials, and we've already shared that. The secret was what I learned from the kids I taught. The kids that I taught to read, write, and spell with a very specific dyslexic program. We did what you say with what you hear, with what you write, with what you feel at the same time. And it changed their brain so much they jumped 2 grade levels in reading. So I figured out, hey, if we can do that with those kids and they jumped 2 grade levels in reading in just 6 months, why then can't we do that in healing? And that was the light bulb that went off for me. And that's how that system came to be. So we combine your body releasing, your spiritual body, your emotional body, all together. And that's how the brain system came to be. So we want to dive into that right now. This is a picture of my center in Albuquerque. I own a condo actually in that building. It took 29 years. I keep saying it was a God thing for sure. But what happened was my goal kept changing, my why. My first why, as you could see, was just a prayer to be a mother to my children. I wanted to get healthy again so I could really be present for them. And my next why was, how can I help more people? How can I get this out there and what can I do? So are you guys ready to leap? Let's get you there. So this is why I had you do your intention, because when your brain works right, your life works right. And we're going to look at the deeper layers of the brain that aren't addressed in other programs. It's all of those emotions that get stuck in the body and in the field. I'm going to whip through a few of these because I want to get to mind gems right now. So I'm going to speak pretty quickly. These were our founding sisters of our mastermind. We became the Jedi Masterminders. Our group kept growing. This was our group last year. This was Gail before and after an integration. She said, I have the tools now to be 100% me all the time. I feel like the person that I always wanted to be. Everyone needs and deserves this level of freedom. So we're going to dive into something called mind gems. And I call this one little piece is like this nice little brain hack that works just under 5 minutes. And what it's doing is it's working on the rings of your brain. So your brain is like an atom, like this picture. Okay, there's like a nucleus and it has rings around it. And these rings around your brain, these capacitor rings, when they're off balance, you'll be off balance. So we have to rebalance them. This tool rebalances them. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is just take your right hand. There's 12 of these little pictures. And
So
each
we're going to
one
do together, and then we're going to send these out to everybody. So you'll actually have a copy of this. We'll send it
Yes.
out with a recording. So don't stress.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mary. So we want to make sure that you know you're going to get this so you can practice, because I'll be giving this to you as homework. And I say my intentions while I do them. So if you can get present to your intention, and we're going to just take the right hand and we're going to put it under your belly button. So it switches on hearing. It switches on inner hearing and outer hearing. And we hold it for 12 seconds. Number 2 is putting your hand on top of your head. This brings you into present time. So it helps you be here now. Make sure you're breathing. And then we switch. So most of them are done first with one hand and then the other. Good job, everyone. Number 3 is crossing and touching at the back of your head. It clears fear and it switches on the brain. So we're going to cone our fingers, like make little points with your fingers. And so it looks like this. So it's on the occipital lobe of the brain and your hands are crossed. We hold that for 12 seconds. And then we reverse it. So reversing it just means if my right hand's on top, I'm going to put my left hand. So I'm going to go like that. Number 4 is switch on, and it's just the putting the pads of the fingers together. This clears your electrical body and it restores balance. So I believe this is a great way. I always tell people to sit in front of your computer when you're waiting for something to download. Why not balance your electrical body? Hannah Kroger actually taught us to pray this way. She said there's no energy when you do this. You need to open your hands.
And our dowsers can douse that.
Yes, I like this mirror. You're getting them to check on things. Check it out, right?
We want to increase our dowsing ability. Yeah, there's all
Yes,
sorts of
check it
things you
out.
can check it out.
Number 5 is crossing and touching at the shoulders, and this balances polarity. So it's the negative and positive charges and the polarity in the body. This is a really good one to do, even if you're just feeling off balance, just even by itself. And then we switch that one as well. Number 6 is crossing and touching at the back of your neck. This clears anger and being uncentered. I call it giving yourself a hug. So you're kind of almost giving yourself a little bit of a massage here, right on those shoulder points, right around your neck. And then we're going to switch. So the other arm is on top. Good. Number 7 is crossing and touching at the hairline, or I used to say where the hairline used to be. So this one restores color hues. It's good to use when yelling or feeling rage or violence. Every color of the rainbow represents an enzyme. So picture a rainbow or your favorite colors as you do this. So we're going to cone our fingers, and it's right where your hair meets your forehead. And then we're going to switch. So the other hand is on top. Number 8 is crossing and touching in the mid forehead. So this clears negative emotions. It alters and changes them to positive emotions. So here you want to be saying your positive intention. And then we're going to switch this one as well. My fingers got stuck here when I first did this one. It's like they didn't want to leave. I thought, how many negative emotions do I have in there? They just were stuck. So as you first start these, if they have to stay there longer than 12 seconds, it's okay. Number 9 clears hate, terror, and rage. And this is right around your belly button. So it's like right on top of your navel. So it's like right on top. So I'm coning my fingers and I'm just kind of crossing and touching right here. And this clears hate, terror, and rage. And then we're going to switch that one as well. So it feels awkward when you switch this one, but my other hand's going to go on top. Good job. Number 10 is over the top of your head or over the soft spot. So this clears remembrance of whatever has traumatized you. So my hands are coned again, one hand on one side, one on the other, right over the top of the crown. And so you could think of these as spin points or acupuncture points, but they're more like energy work points. And then switch. Number 11, clear shock and anxiety and destruction of self. It's on either side of your thymus gland, which is this bump underneath the notch in your neck. So it's on either side. K2 is out a little further. Kidney 2, it's called. This is a little farther in. Then we're going to switch. And number 12, the last one is envision. And it's just your dominant hand in the middle of your forehead. So here's where it's like, I consider it almost like a prayer, or again, holding your intention. So bringing in that prosperity, that happiness. Good job, everyone. Awesome. There's a couple people who have questions in the chat.
Yes. Someone was asking, what are your thoughts on allowing people to take temperature on your forehead, and does that affect your pineal gland?
You know, I don't like that. I would agree. I think my chiropractor does it on the wrist. You know, I don't know if it's going to be different for everybody in terms of how much it affects different people. I think we're all different biochemically, but I prefer the wrist to the forehead. Yeah. And one of my favorite tinctures is pineal pituitary hypothalamus. When I first found that, I thought it's a homeopathic. I thought I should dump out of a helicopter all over the world. I thought this would balance everybody, because balancing that axis is really important. Mind gems is one way to begin to do that.
Okay,
So,
pineal, pituitary, and what was the other?
hypothalamus.
Hypothalamus. So that's a tincture that you sell?
Yeah, that's a tincture that I like. And I remember when I first found it, I thought, wow, this works really great. This is awesome. This person needs it. This person needs it. So I think it's always about balancing the brain, you know, but here's the tools that I'm teaching you to do that, right? So Mind Gems is the first place to start. So the more you can do these, and I encourage you to do these, I do them morning and night. All my clients do them morning and night. They only take, like I say, 5 minutes to do. You can add them into your meditation time or whatever your spiritual practice is, and give it 21 days. And in 21 days, you'll feel different. In fact, even right now, Let me just stop sharing for a minute and check in, and then we'll do a clearing here. So how are we feeling after we did mind gems? Anybody notice a difference in their body or in their energy? I love to hear you share.
I'm definitely feeling more relaxed. So my physical's starting to move up. Yeah, they
Okay.
both are kind of doing. Here relaxed.
Relaxed. Good.
Someone's in learning mode.
Learning. Okay, great. Great. Anybody else?
Someone's else,
Releasing stuff.
yeah,
Sonia's
releasing.
Are you? Okay, Sonia, great.
So,
Awesome.
to Catherine's thing where she felt it was very sensitive for the infrared right on the taking your temperature at the pineal. So if I'm understanding correctly, the mind gems will help with that. Is there, and obviously the pineal, pituitary, and hypothalamus tincture would
Mhm.
help with that. Is there something, with kinesiology or dowsing or something that that could be like a little, another supportive
Another
tool in our
way to put that back in.
toolbox? Mhm.
Yeah, actually the pineal gland likes coffee. Not overdoing coffee, maybe half a cup of coffee. I never was a coffee drinker. Also to help balance the nervous system, sleeping on green. So sleeping on a green pillowcase. So years ago, I would dye my own hair, and I would always put this green towel down on my pillowcase. And then I was reading in Hannah's book and I slept better. And I thought, that's weird. Is it because of the towel, or what is it, or the color? And Hannah Kroger taught us that green helps calm the nervous system. So now I always have a green pillowcase. I don't know, just a little
Wow,
tip.
that's interesting. Okay.
The pineal also is stimulated by light. And so you need 20 minutes of sunlight every day without sunglasses to stimulate your pineal gland.
So that will all help
Mhm.
enhance it and balance out maybe
Yes.
anything that we're experiencing from temperature taking. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's all kinds of tools for radiation protection that we can talk about later.
Okay.
For that too. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. So so there's a lot of things that you can do for that. But the mind gems is stellar. It's the very beginning, it's so easy to do. So start with that. And then let me share my screen again. I want to dive into a clearing. So that was mind gems. Let's see. So do them morning and night.
I will say that I have done them and I've been doing them, and it's amazing when I am consistent with it. It's very powerful. It's very calming, and helps to have a great start to my day.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Mary. And my kids did these too, all through school. And Andy, when he was in college, he was an engineering student. He would tell me, Mom, I only got a C on the test. Now you're going to have to do a lot of biofeedback on me. And it's because I wasn't doing my mind gym. So I'm back doing them again. So he could feel it in his body, and he would share that with me. So I've heard that over and over again over the years from a lot of my clients too. So here, this is really cool. You guys as Dowsers are going to love this. So this is what's actually happening and why I want to do this next big clearing on you. So this bubble is you. You're connected to your cells. And so in quantum physics, every cell has a mind, a reality, a soul, a heart, and a purpose. You're also connected to God. And this is God, spirit, the law, the I am. It's not denominational. It's whatever your higher power is to you. Okay. And this I call the God loop. And when you're not feeling like yourself, or you're not clear, or you're feeling like you're really super tired, or you want to, you want to be more you, you'll feel like you've lost your purpose, or you've got anxiety, or maybe some other, emotions in the field that aren't typical of you. It's because you're not you anymore. You've lost you. So are you you? Have you lost your divine soul? Who or what is in your energy field? So what happens is we assimilate energetically the wrong I am, the wrong spirit, and the wrong law. and they get attached to you like Velcro. And then you can't get them off of you until you do a process to do that. And we're all energetic beings, so we're all interacting all the time. So you could even watch a scary movie on TV and get the wrong I am, the wrong spirit, and the wrong law in your field. Okay? Or you could watch something on TV right now in the news about COVID, right? And then you're going to start getting fearful again because of all the stuff in the news. So we have to clear that stuff. So this is a brain cell clearing. Actually, that's a picture, and I want to, it can sometimes go into the ancestral field. And so this is my dad, the little guy here. This is his mom, and this is my Aunt Sophie and my Uncle Hank and my Uncle Al when they were kids. So I was looking for pictures and I found those. And so sometimes we do ancestral clearings with this too. And so we're just going to see what comes up right now. So let me see what we're doing. All right, let me stop sharing. So here's how we're going to do this. So I had you do your intentions earlier with me. And so we're going to put clearing the fear and keeping the faith. And I want you to be thinking of your intentions as we do this. And so I'm going to put clear the fear, but I'm also thinking of all of these for you. So this is, the prosperity, the physical, no physical limits in your body, all the things that you said, creating that deep love and connection, believing in that self at a deep level. Probably some of this is going to be a planetary clearing too. Not having those judgments that you mentioned, right? Controlling the eating, the weight issues, the physical body issues, releasing the anxiety. And I know that whoever said that, I think that was Leslie. I'm going to show you, it's not yours, I bet. It's out here. I was going to swear here, but I think I will. It's all the shit in the field. Sorry, guys. It's really about the power of the spoken word. The truth will set you free. So we have to clear the fear and keep the faith. So getting back your faith and your intention here. Okay, so your intention, your good physical body, your prosperity, all of that. So we got all that in a box. And then I'm going to say, okay, who or what is pulling us away from that as a group collectively? So as a group collectively, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 strings. So there's 5 people or situations that are pulling us away from that.
So I'm just going to tell the folks too. So you are doing your finger dowsing as she's doing that. She's can go through this process really, really quickly. So if we were doing it, we'd be using our pendulums or be learning how to do it. But yeah, so when she's asking this questions, Louise is doing the finger dowsing.
Yes, and you can do it with a pendulum. My husband does. He doesn't do this as fast as I do, so he uses a pendulum. Just takes him a little bit longer. But what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, who or what is pulling us away from this? So the first string, so I'm asking a lot of questions and muscle testing the questions. So is this first string for the group, is this a male, a female, or a situation? It's a situation. Is it a recent situation or an old situation? It's an old situation. How old is this situation? Is it last week? Is it the week before? Is it something when you were kids? It's when you were a kid. When you were age 0 through 5, 5 through 10, 0 through 5, 5 through 10, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you were 8, 7, were some people 7, some people 8, some people 9. No, 7 or 8. So this is when you were either age 7 or 8. So at age 7 or 8, was this something with your mom, something with your dad? Nope. Was this somebody with somebody else? Was this with a friend? Is it that way for the whole room? It's probably the whole room. So this is at 7 or 8. You were in maybe 2nd grade. Could have been 3rd grade. So 1st, 2nd, or 3rd grade, and it was with a friend. So what I'm doing is getting the words, because it's the power of the spoken word. The truth will set you free. So oftentimes the words will be the same for the group. Okay. And what you should feel as we go around the strings is lighter and lighter and lighter. So here, 1, 2, 3. So I have lists of words. So I'm just dowsing lists of words. So there was something when you were 7 or 8 that had to do with grief. So I got grief, anger, grief, anger, needy, Grief, anger, needy, judgment, and unprotected. So here's how we clear it at the brain soul level. We say, was that grief, anger, needy, judgment, unprotected? Was that a liar, a thief, or a fraud on you having clearing this fear, keeping the faith, being able to move forward with your goals? It's a thief. And then we say, what did it do? It stole your hope. So we're reclaiming hope. It stole your freedom. So we're reclaiming freedom. And it stole your energy. So we're reclaiming your energy and the vision of what you thought would be. And your security. So we're getting back your security. So we're just going to say, destroy and uncreate any judgments, assumptions, projections, conclusions, decisions about the situation when I was 7 or 8, anything in my energy field back then that, or emotions then that are still there that we're releasing now and letting go. So good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And then I have you just take an open hand and hit the bottom of your foot. It doesn't matter which foot. I'm just going to hit my foot. So I actually have gym shoes on. I'm just going to go boom. Okay, cool. Did I get it? Yes. Did we get the whole room? Yes. Okay. So male, female. The next one's a female. Is it you? Is it somebody else? Somebody else. Is this a family member? Yes. Is it a sister? No. Is it mom? This is you and mom. Is it everybody's mom? It's everybody's mom. Okay. So is this mom just in general? No. Is this a specific situation with your mom? Yes. Were you age 0 through 5? No. 5 through 10? No. Ooh, is this a womb thing? Is this when you were in the womb with mom? Yes. So this is when mom was carrying you in the womb. Maybe I should put the whole page on there. No. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Panic. I got the word panic. So there was panic involved. What pregnant woman doesn't panic, right? Really, healing is fun. You know, you just have to play. Panic, suffering. But what you might notice is that you dip and then I'll bring you back up. Okay. So just hang on. Okay. So suffering, ignored, panic, off balance. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Taken for granted. Unsupported. So you could have assimilated or taken some of those emotions on of mom's when you were in her womb, but they're not your soul's truth. So all we're doing is releasing them so you could be 100% you and get back your energy and your clarity about your own life. So that's a thief. So what did it do? Stole your freedom. Focus. Comfort to be given. So we're reclaiming your freedom. We're reclaiming your focus. And we're reclaiming your comfort to be given. And your protection. Is there another word I need to say? Yes. Your security, your protection. Your encouragement. Your validation. Do we get that? Yes. Is there another word? Yes. A through M, M through Z, M, N, O. Optimism? No. Openness. It's still your openness. Is that going to help you guys? Yes. Is there another word? No. So we're just going to say, I destroy and uncreate any judgments, assumptions, projections, conclusions, decisions about the situation when I was in the womb. Any of my mom's emotions or anything in her energy field that I may have pulled in myself. I release that now. I let that go. I allow myself to be free to be able to stay in faith, to clear any of this old fear, to reach my goals and intentions, good and bad, right, wrong, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. And then you're going to take your open hand again and hit the bottom of your foot. Awesome. And then I'm just going to say a word to clear out something here. Rakma. Good. Okay. All right. Male, female situation, another situation. Is this a situation affecting faith? Yes. Is it the same for everyone in the room? No. Is it different? Does it have to do with when you were a kid? Yes. When you were age 0 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 10, 11. Was it age 11 for everyone? Age 10 or 11? Age 10, 11, or 12? So you were age 10, 11, or 12. Do we need to know what the situation was? Yes. Was it something with mom? Something with dad? Something with school? Something with a teacher? Something with a friend? Something with a friend. Was the friend a sibling? No. Could it have been? Yes. So this is a situation when you were 10 or 11, 12 with either a friend or a sibling. So what's the situation here? What are the words? I got lack of control. And conflict. So lack of control, conflict, rejection, and sadness, and guilt. Is there another word? No. So was this a liar, a thief, or a fraud? This was a thief on you being able to keep in faith and to stay on your track, on your path, right? And reach your goals and intentions that we did, killing, stealing. So it stole your forward movement, your love, your freedom, your acceptance. So do we get that back? Your love, your freedom, and your acceptance? Yes. It also stole your safety. Do we get that back? Yes. And your confidence. Is there something else I need to say? Your letting go, ability to let go and let God. Is there another word I need to say? No. Did we get it? Yes. So we're going to say destroying, uncreating any judgments, assumptions, projections, conclusions, decisions about the situation when I was 10 or 11 or 12. And it might have been something with a sibling or a friend, and all the words, the emotions, the energy in the field. Then I release that now. I let it go. I allow myself to be free, to be 100% me, to be able to stay in faith and achieve my goals. Good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. And then we're going to tap the bottom of your foot again. Great. So is this next string, is this a male, female, or a situation? It's a situation. Is it recent? Yes. Is this a situation on the planet? Yes. So this is the situation of COVID. So is this the fear? Yes. Fear, lack of control. Unprotected. Manipulative. Unseen. Isolation. Powerless. Frustration. Anxiety. Shame. Injustice. Here. Possessive. Is this the entity that's on the planet that is represented by COVID? Yeah. Okay. So is this that dark evil entity? Yes. Is it one thing? Ooh, interesting. What the heck is it? Is this just the dark evil? No, is it something else? Wow, what is it? Okay, looking at my entity sheet. Paranoia. So the entity on the planet is paranoia. Is that truth? Was it here before the virus? No. Did it come in with it? Yes. Do I have permission to clear it? Yes. Do I have permission to clear it for the planet? Woo. All right.
Wow.
Do I need to do the Rockma thing? Do I need a candle ceremony? No. Can I do it without? Yes. Do we need to protect ourselves? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna have you guys cross your arms in front of yourself, either like this or like this, however you want to do it. Okay, and we're just gonna say that all this energy is a liar, thief, and a fraud on us. And it's killing, stealing, and destroying. So what is it doing? It's killing our freedom. It's stealing our energy, our strength, our peace, our ease, our trust, our security, our protection, our safety, our comfort to be given, our prosperity, our endurance, our gratitude, and our letting go. So I'm just going to command that this paranoia energy, this entity that's been on the planet, that's been around us, that's been around everyone in this room, you know, that's been prevalent here, to leave all of you, leave you, your energy field, you know, leave this room now. In Jesus' name, we command you to go. You must no longer be allowed anywhere near here, anywhere, anyone in this room, and anyone around them. Get out now, that paranoia entity. We command you to go now. Go to the light. In Jesus' name, you must leave now and go to the light. Leave our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies in all space, time, and dimensions. Go to the light now. Rakma! All right. Cool. Did we get it? Feels like we did. I think I'm going to have you guys tap your belly buttons 8 times. So just cone your fingers and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. Did we release that? Yeah, we did. Anybody feel that? Just kind of raise your hand if you felt that. Did you feel it? Good.
So what's the belly button piece?
Oh, that brings you into higher consciousness. So it's like, clear the icky. Let's just now get balanced again. So
And
that's
then
why I did the
this
belly
is
button.
like a protective.
And this is like a protective.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if we're standing in line and there's like all kind of freaky things at the grocery store and we don't want to pick it up, we can just do this.
You could. You absolutely could. Yes, you could. Did we successfully clear that energy? Is there another string here? There is. Is this male or female? There's a female in the field still. We're almost done. And I want to quickly integrate with circles. Is this you? Is this somebody else? So this is us. This is you yourself. So this is you. So is this you right now? Yes. Is this the words that we need? Yes. 1, 2, 3. So this is three important words we need here, here, here. Constricted. So constricted, pain, devastated, unprotected. Is that all 3? That's all 3. So that's a liar, thief, and a fraud. And so it's stealing your peace, your freedom, your harmony, your vision of what you thought would be. And your security.
That's a biggie.
It's huge. I mean, again, it's all this weird stuff, right? It's stealing your generosity, your gratitude, your validation. I always think about that. We have to clear all the places where you felt invalidated. Or, as my teacher would say, would be made to feel guilty for something you didn't do. And so the more layers you do of this, the closer you get to your goals and your truth, you know. That's how I was able to create my whole company and everything, was just keep clearing energy. But you can clear anything. You can clear a house to sell. You can clear energy after the fact. You can clear a business. You can clear a person. You can clear the planet. So we're doing kind of all of you as well as some planetary stuff tonight. So do we successfully clear you? No. Is there another word I need to name? Yes. Is it a killing word, stealing word, or destroying word? What did it destroy? Your truth. Your truth. Wow.
And will this also work for people that watch this in the future?
Yes. So I've watched myself because I've had to rewatch videotapes. And my joke is, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I feel better after I watch myself doing a clearing. Maybe I don't need to do them anymore.
I love it. So everybody watching in the future, you are benefiting from this incredible clearing as well.
Yeah, that always cracked me up. All right, so we're going to say I destroy and uncreate any judgments, assumptions, projections, conclusions, decisions about the situation that, just all of us are feeling and going through right now. And any of the emotions around that, we release that now. Let that go. Allow you to be free, to be 100% your soul's truth, to clear the fear, to be able to keep the faith and stay in that place and be able to let go and be, again, 100% you. Good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. And then we're going to tap the bottom of your foot. Yay. Cool. Okay. So that's the releasing piece. I want to put in the new program. The new program is some codes in the field. This probably is going to look the silliest to all of you. It's very powerful work. It goes 7 generations back and 7 forward. And I think, let me play some frequencies while we're doing this.
This doesn't mess around.
Huh?
This doesn't mess around. 7 generations backwards and forwards.
I have to have results and we have to do it all. And I know we're taking a lot of time. I appreciate you all hanging on here for a little bit longer than you usually do. This will just take 5 minutes and then we can wrap it up and we can do some questions too. So really what I do next is I just integrate your goals or intentions. And because they're all a little slightly different, this is where I want you to really just be holding your own intention. So I would often have a surrogate. And so Mary, I'm going to have you do this with me.
Okay.
So so Mary is saying this for all of you. So we're just going to say, so Mary, if you would say, I easily clear the fear and allow faith.
I easily clear the fear and allow faith.
Okay. And if you cleared the fear and allowed faith, how will you feel?
Oh, I feel light and happy.
Okay, so I feel light and happy. It's bringing up stress, and that's okay because we haven't done the integration yet. So we're going to use some codes in the field to put that in your energy field so you will feel light and happy. Is that bottom line? Yes. So we're just clearing fear, allowing faith, and allowing us to feel light and happy. And of course, whatever your intentions were, even if they were physical body intentions, be thinking that while we do this, okay? So the first part of this was mind gems. So I always have people do mind gems before I do this integration. The next part is clearing positive points, which have to do with stress. And I will teach these at my upcoming boot camp, but for right now, I just want to do it on all of you so you can feel it. And so it's 2, 3 love, and I'm going down your left leg. 2, 3 love, and I'm making circles. So it kind of looks like this. 2, 3 love, 5, 3 forgiveness, 6, 5 choice, 9, 2 freedom, 4, 2 greater love. And then we're going to go down your front, and I'm going to go down like the whole room. 4, 2, say I have positive self-worth.
I have positive self-worth.
2, 2, say I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
4, 4, I choose to live in joy.
I choose to live in joy.
And 6, 2, I choose to live by the higher laws.
I choose to live by the higher laws.
Awesome. And then I'm going to do another one. 1, 4, 7 on your back left side balances the brain this way. Then I'm going to have you guys look at my X. 4, 5 is on your left hip. It balances the brain this way. 9, 6 is in your armpit. It's the consciousness ring of your brain. 9, 6 is over the top of your head. It's the cranial ring of your brain. 8, 6 is on the left ear. It's the hearing ring. 6, 8 is the left knee. It's the seeing ring. 3 to 9, 26 complete cycles. 5,859 times is the ring to all the rings. 2 to 8, 23 complete cycles. 2,623 times is the emotional vibration reset. 375 is the self ring. 377 is the eating ring. 4586 balances the meridians. 469, 467, releasing trauma. 10578, 28775, and the shock 123, placing that with peace. 52, 5 to 11, 37 complete cycles. 87,357 times. 2 to 8, 24, 32 times. 42, 22, 44. 62772.
Whew.
You guys feel that? Pretty cool,
Yes.
huh? Okay, so I'll have you say those again and we'll lock it in. So there's like a pre-test. The codes are re-educating your body. It's like going to school. It's like the lesson. It's re-education. It's rebooting your computer. And then now we're going to do the post-test. So Mary, I'll have you say, I easily clear the fear and allow faith.
I easily clear the fear and allow faith.
Awesome. Say, I feel. What was it going to be? It was happy and
I feel light and happy.
There we go. Light and happy. Awesome. And then we're going to lock it in. The way we lock it in is I'll have you put your hands above your head and then pretend I'm pulling down and you're resisting me. Okay, this is like a lock. It locks it in. Good. And we're going to do the full lock. So the right hand is under the left arm. You're going to tap 9 times. You're going to cone your fingers and do 16 circles around your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good job. And then we're going to tap on your thymus gland 8 times.
Did it matter which hand? I'm guessing that didn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
And then 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And that locked in that goal, that intention of clearing the fear and being light and happy. Right?
And as a surrogate, that did it for everybody, everybody's intentions.
Yes. So we can even go around the room and douse. They had a muscle test. Did Carol reach her intention? Did Sonia? Yes. Did our Zoom user? Yes. Did our others? Yes. Did Jen? Yes. Did Jan? Yes. Did she? So let me ask you, let me check in. How do you feel? Do you feel different than when we started?
I do.
You do.
I feel, yeah, more energetic, light and happy. And when I dowsed, if everybody's intention got, set, I got a yes.
Awesome.
So,
awesome. Great. Anybody care to post in the chat how you're feeling? Jen
says lighter, then energy shift for the good.
Good.
So it's
awesome, Sonia. Anybody else? Much lighter, less pain. Good. Yes, awesome.
Yay. Thanks,
awesome, Deandra. That's great. That's what we want. Yeah.
So now should people take their selfies? Somebody else
yes,
was amazing, and then
amazing.
lighter. Yeah.
Yes, good. Your faces all look different. Take your selfie.
Okay, we'll take our.
I'm going to put
selfie.
I would love, so if some of you would love to, if you took a before and after and you care to share it with me, I would love to. I'm not going to do anything with it, but look at it. Let's see, 918-5537. I'll put my cell phone here and you can text it to me so I can see your before and afters, all you beautiful people.
Dr. Fa felt goosebumps. Wow.
Oh, good, Dr. Fa.
The
awesome.
process.
Yeah. It's a powerful process. I'm going to share my screen and see if I forgot anything. Let me just see what I got here.
Well, I know that you normally, I think you had something special for our dowser.
I do. Let me see. Okay, so we did, I always think about problem solution. We learned mind gens. We cleared a layer today. You experienced some frequency medicine in the background, but there's always like another problem, right? So if there's still a gap between where you are and where you want to be, We want to take care of that next problem. And I always think about this: life begins at the end of our comfort zone. So we have to get a little bit out of our comfort zone to really take a leap and make a change in our life. So part of my story was, you saw how sick I was. I moved my family from Chicago to the mountains of Taos, New Mexico. Talk about a shift. Flat roofs that leaked, Pueblo style houses, sagebrush, no grass. It was quite a change, but it was awesome. So we got out of our comfort zone. So I'm inviting you all to this. You know, I want you to experience and learn more of those tools. And so I teach those in our upcoming boot camp. And so it's 3 days to your powerful positive healing for life, where you get to learn the introduction to the brain system and those beginning codes that we did, and reprogram your subconscious brain. And so this is a new opportunity I put together for you guys. You learn the introduction to the brain system. You get to learn the success codes to clear the stress and the sabotage. It's energy work to clear fear and reprogram your brain. It's really a stellar event. Like, it's my best and biggest event, and people shift. So giving you a bonus to bring a friend for 97. It should be 12,000, but it's 297. So this is happening in March. And so it is March 19th through the 21st. And it's on the website. It's louiseswartswalter.com/bootcamp. And so for the next week here, I've got the first 10 people, you know, who sign up for this and bring a friend. I'll give you a free brain soul assessment with me. It's a $500 value. So it's an opportunity, again, to have an opportunity to kind of do what we did tonight in the group, but for you, with your stuff, whatever you need help with, you know, to take a look at what you need. And so it's coming up in March. We're already planning it. It's getting exciting. So that's $297. And Mary, would you put that in the chat? louiseswartswalter.com/bootcamp.
Sure.
I can already feel the change that's going to happen in the room. So love to have you guys there.
Right. Seem to be typing slowly. My brain's not thinking about typing. It's going to be virtually. It's going to be on Zoom.
Yes, it'll be on Zoom. As soon as I can have something in person again, I certainly want to do it. But it will be on Zoom, so you don't have to travel. And you guys, we did this last year. So what happened last year? Let's see, do I have anything else after this? Let me see.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, this is Dr. Right? Did you get it in that? Did you get it in the chat?
I think I did. I might. I misspelled your name. Sorry.
If Sonia's on, she can help you. Sonia, can you help Mary? Okay. Actually, I should have Sonia or Susan share.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I've done that, or a version of that. Very powerful. Okay. So all right. I think I've got you. Got it?
Yeah, we got it. So we did it last year, and last year we did it online because it was right at the very beginning of COVID, and it was amazing. I think Sonia, you were at that one, right? You want to share with us what happened? And we started in March, but we did it as a class. You want to share what happened for you?
It was right after I started, or right after I got introduced to you. The first time we did a clearing, it was like, it was so moving. I felt it all the way through the process. And then we went into the boot camp, and it was just like, it was dead on. with everything that you were saying, and you had never even had any discussions amongst the people. It was mind blowing. And to be tearing off those layers, to think that those things were keeping us stuck and keeping us from moving forward, things that we don't realize. It's definitely an eye opener and very freeing at the same time.
Awesome. Awesome. It was so great to have you there. It was so cool. Yeah. And to watch people change in 90 minutes like that. I just love that. Yeah. Thank you, Sonia.
It is so powerful. All right, we're going to need to wrap up. So you have your boot camp, which is a wonderful offering. People can have private appointments with you. You can do that for health, for the brain soul success, for lots of things, right? I mean,
the brain system goes, it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. So you guys saw my story, you saw the path that I was on. So we can, I literally can do, I want to say, hold on, I want to share this, but I gotta end the show. So there's the boot camp. So it's coming up in March. So that's the page. It's on my website. You can listen to a couple of people share what happened to them at the boot camp, as well as what you just heard from Sonia. I probably will. I haven't gotten new speakers on there yet, so I'll have different speakers. But I can already feel the energy this year. It's going to be amazing. And yes, you can do health things. So Wanda came in a few years ago, actually 3 years ago. Where's her before picture? So Wanda had 4 stomach surgeries at Mayo Clinic. So Wanda came in like that. So that's when I started with Wanda. She was very much like me. 2 years later, she looked like this. You can even see the year before, the sadness was still there. So you can see she was pretty darn sick. Okay, you just saw the picture of her. This is Wanda now. So it's transforming. It's not just, I'm going to have a session with my chiropractor. It's transformational work. It takes people from here to here. And it's because, like I told you, it's my story. I want to help people faster. So whether you come in with a physical issue or you want to build your business bigger, I get a lot of people who have businesses and they're not where they want to be with their business. And we take them from 30,000 to 100,000 the first year. So it just depends on your goals and your intentions. But that was Wanda. I think Christine is here too. That was the one that Christine was in the boot camp, and this is what Sonia was witnessing. So this was Christine before. She experienced, her sister committed suicide, a lot of grief. Someone else committed suicide, and her, can you guys see that? Am I still sharing my screen? Yeah. And then her husband passed away. So we cleared a lot of grief in 90 minutes, and she had the courage to do this because she said she was scared to even look at this stuff and unbury it. So that was her after 90 minutes. And this is Christine now. So I always say a picture helps 1,000 words. So that's what's possible.
Okay, so we have a question. Does this deal with entity attachments?
Not always. No, a lot of it is ancestral work, as well as the emotions that are stuck at different time periods in your lifetime, or things that are attached to you from your mom, your dad, your brother, the 3rd grade bully, the trauma you had from an accident. It could be anything.
Okay.
Good question. I like the question. Some of it's access consciousness, Susan asks. Yeah, I use that clearing statement from access consciousness, but it's deeper and bigger than access consciousness because it's brain soul.
Yeah, you've got multiple modalities and multidimensional. So Yeah,
It's cool. It's cool.
okay.
Yes, I'd love to have you guys at the boot camp, because we are going to rock and roll in March, so that we can start out 2021 in a big way, and make it a way different year for all of you. I usually pick a word for the year. I don't have the word yet this year. I don't know if it's the year of awakening, the year of transformation. I don't know. I just feel 2021 is going to be pretty big, and a big spiritual awakening year for many of us.
Yeah, I keep hearing the word renaissance.
Renaissance.
That yeah, there's a renaissance coming, and usually after a big,
thank you, Jen,
I don't know, Spanish flu or whatever, I've heard, that there was the Renaissance really evolved. Lots of things happened. So yeah, we're just going to call it a really amazing year. Shape shifting. That's a fun word. Clarity is a good word. Yeah, we've got some good words. Well, we have gone quite
way over,
longer. But this has been really wonderful. I guess I will just say, does anybody have a final question for Louise? No. I am not seeing anything. So I'm going to say thank you so much for being such a wonderful part of our dowsing community, and bringing your wisdom and experience. And thank you for doing this for us. It's been amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so grateful to be here, and hopefully cleared some stuff out so that you can enter 2021.
Yeah,
a clear heart and a clear mind.
Fun for us to kind of regroup and see what's happening. And just to everybody who's listening, this is being recorded, so it will be sent out in the next few days, and Louise is going to send me the mind gems, and so we can make sure that you guys can practice your mind gems on a daily basis, really. And you can also do it with your intentions that you held tonight, or whatever intentions. It's a very simple but very powerful thing to do. So
I think this is the right link for mind gems. I actually can look that up. I'll send it in. Are you going to send an email out to everybody, Mary?
Emily does it. She does it to the whole group. So if you want to send me the mind gems, I send that in the recording to Emily. So
okay, so I'll send you guys. So I believe that's the link, but it's on my website. You can scroll farther down and go to mind gems. So it's a link on my website to get the mind gems, because you want to do those for homework, because you're going to process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to process for the next 10 days. So we did a lot.
So when we're processing, so the things that would support us would be mind gems, drinking lots of water,
of water, doing the mind gems. If you are somebody who meditates or journals, do some of that work right now. Great time to do it. And notice when you're doing the mind gems, if your hands stick here longer, it's okay. That just means that, hey, your body wants it to stay there for a little while longer because you're releasing something, and that's okay. Allow the releasing. Allow the releasing of the old patterns. And then join us again for the boot camp so I can teach you some of that twirly hand work.
Yeah, and if you want to get on Louise's email list, you've got the website, and sign up, because she does wonderful things for her people all the time. So anyway, I will say thank you, good night, and wow, you were a really fun, and this has been a really powerful way to have close out our 2020 for the Dowsers. So thank you so much, and thank everybody that showed up. So, all right.
Thank you all. It was such a gift to meet you all. Thank you so much. Please reach out to me. I put my email there as well. Let me know how you're processing. Send me your pictures, your before and after pictures. I'd love to see them. I'm not going to post them on Facebook. They're just for us. And Mary, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. What a great group you have here. What an awesome group. Someday I'll get to see you in person. Yes.
Yes. Yes. All right. Thanks, Louise.